The sound of hundreds of coins hitting the polished marble floor echoed through the luxury restaurant like a gunshot. Every conversation stopped. The crystal glasses stopped clinking. The soft piano music suddenly felt distant. And standing in the center of the room, surrounded by scattered coins rolling in every direction, was a quiet, middle-aged black man holding a worn leather folder against his chest while a furious restaurant manager pointed at the floor and shouted for everyone to hear. No one in that elegant dining room knew that within the next hour, their lives, and the future of the restaurant itself, would change forever. Before we continue, if you believe that kindness matters more than appearances and that everyone deserves dignity and second chances, please like this video, comment where you're watching from, share this story with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Beyond the Verdict. Your support helps us continue sharing stories that touch hearts around the world. It was a bright Tuesday afternoon in downtown Chicago when 58-year-old Malcolm Hayes stepped through the doors of Bellavue House, one of the city's most exclusive restaurants. The summer sunlight poured through the floor-to-ceiling windows, illuminating the polished marble floors and sparkling chandeliers overhead. Malcolm wore a clean olive-green jacket over a gray shirt and beige trousers. In his hand, he carried an old leather portfolio and a small cloth pouch containing coins he had collected over decades. To everyone else, Malcolm looked like an ordinary man who had somehow wandered into a place he couldn't afford. But Malcolm wasn't there for lunch. He was there because, after 27 years of sacrifice, hard work, and loss, he was finally returning to claim something he had spent half his life building. Years earlier, Malcolm had been a young entrepreneur with a dream and a partner. Together, they had invested everything they owned into a small restaurant concept. But tragedy struck when Malcolm's wife became critically ill. Faced with impossible medical expenses, Malcolm sold his daily ownership responsibilities while quietly retaining a protected share agreement that would mature decades later. Few people knew about the arrangement. Eventually, everyone forgot. Everyone except Malcolm. After years of working multiple jobs, caring for his family, and rebuilding his life, Malcolm had received a letter informing him that the agreement had matured. According to legal documents, he had become the majority owner of Bellavue House after a corporate restructuring and inheritance transfer. But Malcolm never cared about titles. He simply wanted to walk through the doors one more time and see the dream he had once helped create. As he approached the reception desk, restaurant manager Preston Whitaker barely looked up. Preston was 46 years old, impeccably dressed, and known throughout the city for maintaining Bellavue House's elite reputation. He noticed Malcolm's worn jacket, weathered shoes, and cloth pouch before he noticed the man himself. When Malcolm politely explained that he was there regarding ownership documents and asked to speak privately with senior management, Preston assumed he was confused, or worse, causing trouble. Several guests nearby began watching. Malcolm remained calm and attempted to explain again, reaching into his pouch to remove a collection of commemorative coins he carried for luck and sentimental value. But before he could finish, Preston grabbed the pouch and dumped its contents onto the restaurant floor. The metallic sound filled the room. "Pick it up, old man," Preston snapped loudly enough for everyone to hear. The humiliation was immediate. Coins rolled beneath tables and chairs. Guests stared. Some laughed nervously. Others looked away. Malcolm froze, staring at the scattered pieces of metal that represented memories of his late wife, his father, and decades of perseverance. For a brief moment, the restaurant became completely silent. Then Malcolm slowly knelt down. Not because he had been ordered to, but because every coin represented a chapter of his life that no one else understood. As he carefully collected the coins one by one, a young hostess named Elena Brooke stepped away from the reception area and quietly began helping him. She ignored Preston's angry glare and continued gathering coins from beneath the tables. One by one, several diners joined them. A businessman in a navy suit picked up a handful near the window. An elderly woman retrieved 3 coins that had rolled beneath her chair. Even one of the restaurant servers bent down to help. For the first time that afternoon, Preston looked uncomfortable. At that exact moment, the restaurant's corporate attorney, Meredith Sloan, entered through the front doors carrying a stack of legal documents and accompanied by 2 executives from the parent company. She looked directly at Malcolm. Then she smiled. The room became silent again. Walking past the confused guests and the visibly nervous manager, Meredith extended her hand to Malcolm and formally welcomed him back to Bellavue House as its new majority owner and chairman. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. The color drained from Preston's face. The same guests who had witnessed Malcolm's humiliation now stared in disbelief. The man they had assumed didn't belong there was, in fact, the person who owned the entire establishment. But what happened next was something no one expected. Malcolm didn't raise his voice. He didn't demand revenge. He didn't humiliate Preston in return. Instead, he slowly stood up, holding the last coin in his hand, and quietly explained that true character isn't revealed by how we treat powerful people. It's revealed by how we treat those we believe have no power at all. The room remained perfectly still. Malcolm announced that effective immediately, Bellavue House would launch a new hospitality initiative focused on dignity, community outreach, and employee respect. Every worker would receive expanded benefits and training opportunities. Local charities would receive support. And every customer, regardless of appearance or background, would be welcomed with equal respect. As for Preston, Malcolm offered him something he never expected, a chance to apologize, learn, and become better. Because Malcolm understood something that many people never do, that mercy requires more strength than revenge. Over the following months, Bellavue House transformed. Employee satisfaction soared. Community programs flourished. Customers returned not just for the food, but for the culture of kindness that now defined the restaurant. And every year, on the anniversary of that unforgettable afternoon, Malcolm placed the same collection of coins in a glass display case near the entrance. Beneath them sat a small plaque with a simple message. Never judge a person's worth by what you see. The greatest wealth is found in dignity, compassion, and character. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, comment, and share this video so more people can experience its message. Special request, comment the words, "Kindness costs nothing," if you believe respect and compassion should never depend on someone's appearance. Because sometimes, the people the world overlooks are the very people who have the power to change it forever.